and welcome to another Check This Out with Booming Encore. My name is Susan Williams, and I'm the founder of Booming Encore. And today I'm joined by Skye Bergman. Skye is an accomplished award-winning photographer and filmmaker, and she also teaches photography at Cal Poly. Skye also just released her directorial debut film, Lives Well Lived, and she's here today to talk to me about this. Welcome, Skye.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
It's great to have you here, Skye. So first of all, Skye, what's this film about, and what was the inspiration to actually even do it?
Sure. So the film is Lives Well Lived, and I interviewed 40 people who were 75 and older. And it started with my grandmother, who at 99 was still working out at the gym. And I thought, oh my God, I better film this because nobody's going to believe that at 99 she's still working out at the gym. And I thankfully had a little mic on her, and I said, Grandma, can you give me some words of wisdom? And that was it. She said things like be kind and live life to the limits. And I came back from that trip there, and I put together a little 1-minute video clip of her at the gym working out and her words of wisdom. And I thought, I was looking at approaching 50, and what did I want the rest of my life to look like? And I realized that I wanted to find other people out there in the world that were as much an inspiration as my grandmother was to me. And so that was really how the film started. And the film is all, like I said, I interviewed 40 people with 3,000 years of collective life experience. And you learn what their words of wisdom are and what their stories were as well.
Well, that sounds really interesting. What did you enjoy most about this experience?
Well, I have to credit my grandmother with leaving me the wonderful gift of having 40 new grandparents. And I am so close to all these people that I filmed. And I really do feel like I have 40 new grandparents, and what a gift that is. And I think that if all of us look to our elders and have that experience, what a better world it would be. And one of the things that I learned when I was doing the research for this project was that the last 100 years is the first time in human history that we looked at to anyone other than our elders for advice. And I really feel the world is suffering as a result. And so I hope that through the film that I can create, we're doing intergenerational projects now where we show the film, and then we have these connections between high school and college students and elders, and more of that I hope happens in the future.
That's great. Now, is there anything that you found that was the most important thing you learned about the prospect of aging?
Well, I think I learned 3 things that were the common elements among the people that I interviewed, which was one was they all had something that they wanted to continue doing every day and learning. They continually kept learning and giving back. That was another thing, was to give back in some way. They all also had a good support system, whether it was family or friends, and it didn't necessarily have to be family, which was the interesting thing. A lot of people, we don't necessarily have our family around, but they had a good support system of friends if they didn't have family. And then the third thing, which is so cliche but so true, is that these were people that really saw life as a glass is half full rather than half empty. So as you will see in the film, they have been through some very traumatic experiences, but somehow they're always able to look at the positive side of life. And for me personally, I think that one of the things that it taught me is to really live life more in the moment. And I really do feel like we don't do that very much. We're looking at our phones. We're so distracted by things. And just to really remember and breathe and take in the moment, I think is so critically important. And that's something that all these people really have learned through the years.
That's some great advice. Like definitely, your support system and positive attitude and living every day to its fullest. I mean, that's phenomenal. As well, why do you think it's important for us to capture these stories from, our elders?
Well, I think that it's really that those generations are dying off, and some of those stories will just be lost. And I think that it's always important to learn our lessons from our elders. I mean, one person in particular who comes to mind is Susie Edo Bauman, who is Japanese American, and she was interned here in the US during World War II. And it's important to remember that those things happened in our country and to never let those things happen again. And to hear that firsthand account is very different than reading it in a book. When you hear from the person themselves who actually went through the experience, I think you feel it in a very different way.
That's great, because I think you're right. Collecting that personal history is something that is definitely, priceless. And now if someone was interested in actually watching the film or getting the film, how can they do that?
The best thing is to go to our website. We are just starting our DVD sales, and if you go to lives-well-lived.com or just Google Lives Well Lived, it'll be the first thing that comes up. On the website, there's a place that you can sign up for our email newsletter list and also buy the DVD.
Terrific, and we'll also make sure that we include that when we share this video. Well, thanks so much for this information, Sky. This certainly, I had the opportunity to actually watch it, and I thought it was an amazing, amazing film, and one that definitely people should take the time to watch. So thank you for your time. Really appreciate it. And to everybody out there, we hope this information helps you live your best booming encore. Bye for now, everyone.
Bye.